Welcome everybody to Picks on the Bluff's coverage of NCAA week number 10. I'm Chris Mark Reed, and well, not much to say. Well, what can you say? It's just more teams won, teams that were supposed to win won. If anything else, I missed it. Go ahead. This is going to be it's Halloween week, so we're going to have some short videos. We don't have many games in NCAA this week anyway, so it was going to be a short video anyway. But we have a big game. We're going to go ahead and start with that big game. Number 1, Alabama's off for the week, and number 2, Oregon's off for the week. But we're going to go ahead and start with a top 10 matchup. Number 7, Miami of Florida is traveling to Tallahassee to play number 3, Florida State. Now, Oregon jumped Florida State, which I don't think what should have happened. You got to look at the quality of the wins. Oregon, yeah, they might have blown everybody out, but they're like Oregon. They're like Ohio State. Hadn't played anybody yet this season, but whatever. It's the BCS. They're full of crap. My pick on this one, it's going to be a very tough game. You got that freshman QB for Florida State. He's probably going to. He's shown he can play under pressure when they play Clemson. I think he'll be fine here at home. If he can play under pressure on the road, he can play under pressure away. I don't think Miami, who's just been scraping by the past couple of weeks to win, I don't think they'll be able to beat Florida State. It's going to be a Florida State win. Next up, we got number 4, Ohio State at Purdue. Purdue is a one-win team. I don't think they'll snap the nation's longest winning streak right now. Next up, number 8, Clemson travels to Virginia. Clemson's having a lot of trouble since the Clemson loss. Since the Florida State loss. Need to get their minds back together on what they're doing. Taj Boyd is not playing as good as he did in the early season. I think they'll still beat Virginia. I think it only has 2 wins so far, but we're still needing help to get to the ACC championship game, which I don't think we're going to get. So we're still pushing for a BCS bowl bid. So Clemson wins against Virginia. Tennessee at number 9, Missouri, who got upset against South Carolina last week, which was a big surprise to me. Another game which I didn't get to see because I was at the haunted house. Thankfully, I'll be able to watch all the Saturday's games because our last haunted house is tomorrow night, Thursday night, Halloween night. I'm thinking Missouri will handle Tennessee, although Tennessee might upset them. You know, Tennessee always gets up to play the bigger teams when they're higher ranked. But I think Missouri is good. They just let it slip away. They shanked the kick. I didn't even see what happened at the end of the game. But I think Missouri does beat Tennessee. Auburn, Arkansas, number 11, Auburn. Auburn. I'm liking Auburn in this one. Arkansas is good early season, and then it's just downhill from there. Auburn gets this win. Ever since the Texas A&M win. And speaking of Texas A&M, they're going to play UTEP at home. So number 12, Texas A&M will beat UTEP anyway. So Auburn beats Arkansas and Texas A&M beats UTEP. Next up, we have another SEC game. Mississippi State at number 14, South Carolina. Yes, they jumped 7 spots after beating Missouri, and Missouri only fell 3, I think. Yeah, there was 5 or 6. So they either fell 4 or 5, 3 or 4. South Carolina's going to beat Mississippi State easy, even without their starting quarterback. They'll beat Mississippi State easy, even though Mississippi State's looking better and better. All the SEC East teams all but one of them are starting a backup quarterback, and that would be Georgia, who's still starting, not Matthew Stafford. No, Matthew Stafford plays for the Lions now. What's his face? Aaron Rodgers plays for Green Bay. I can't remember his name right now, but he's still starting. He's not hurt yet. But we'll have to see. It's Georgia-Florida weekend as well. We'll get to that. It's been a while since they've both been unranked and playing in Jacksonville. So we'll get to that later. Next up, another top 25 matchup. Number 18, Oklahoma State at number 15, Texas Tech. I think was it Texas Tech who pulled the upset on Oklahoma? Yeah, I think so. I'm picking Texas Tech on this one. Just a general pick. Nevada at number 16, Fresno State. Fresno State just keeps on winning, but they're playing nobody, so I got to pick Fresno State in this one. Number 17, a nobody, North Illinois at Massachusetts. North Illinois should not be in the top 25. They're playing Massachusetts, who I don't think has won one yet. So North Illinois wins this one. Colorado at UCLA, number 20. UCLA gets back on the winning way. But it's Colorado, 1-win Colorado. I mean, UCLA just got to the hard part of the season and started losing. That's all you can say. Now here's one I didn't expect to pick. Number 21 Michigan at number 22 Michigan State. As you all know, it got darker for some reason, I think. This is just one that's jumped out of the blue, I think, because some people got upset. They moved other teams in the top 25, and this one just came out like it is. I'm going to go with the upset. This is my upset special of the week. There are dogs. Michigan State beats Michigan. Michigan State hadn't beaten Michigan in a while. I think this is the week they get it done. Next up, we got number 24, Wisconsin at Iowa. Wisconsin getting back in the top 25 for the second time. I think they'll stay in it because Iowa is just, nobody. And finally, yes, we're picking them again. Navy at number 25, Notre Dame. Notre Dame just keeps coming around, and it's just because they're the best team in their conference. I think they're independent, but they're the best independent team because all the other independent teams suck. Gotta go Notre Dame here because Navy doesn't specialize in football. But that's it for the top 25. Let's get to our quick picks. ACC, Virginia Tech at Boston College. I'm liking Virginia Tech, who got upset by Duke last week, which was a shocker. North Carolina State, an early in-state rivalry game. Gonna go with North Carolina State here. Wake Forest, Syracuse, another ACC matchup. I'm going to go with Wake Forest here. Both these teams are about even, so you don't really know. You could go either one and might be correct. Well, you can say that about any other game, but, it's a coin flip game. And Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is going to get that option going again. Score more points than they did last week, hopefully. And finally, Georgia, Florida. What can you say about this one? It's about the best game of the weekend, you could say. You could say that last year because they were both ranked, but this is the first time in a while they have played the Georgia-Florida game and they've not been ranked. I'm going to have to go with Georgia. Florida hadn't shown me much, and Georgia, they're hurt, but they're going to get some of the players back this week, I think. So Georgia gets this one. And finally, Alabama State, who is 6-2, plays Kentucky, who is 1-6. I'm going with Kentucky. Alabama State doesn't play anybody. Kentucky has shown a little life in the games they played. So Kentucky is going to upset a 6-2 opponent. So that's it for NCAA Week 10. Be sure to like us on the Facebook page. I hate my camera. It keeps lightening up and darkening up. like us on the Facebook page, and tell me what game you'll be watching in the comments below. I'm Chris McRee signing out. Happy Halloween. Stay tuned for NFL Week 9.